That other was just a test video. So we're going to do some curved grooming shears first. So I've already tested them. They're cutting pretty good. They're not crisp, but they're okay. They're not bad. But she wants them sharpened, so we're going to sharpen them. See if we can get them a little sharper for her. Let me know if there's sound or no sound. Are you hearing anything? Obviously, if you hear me, you can answer. Only one person watching so far. Maybe we'll get some more people on. So we're sharpening curved dog grooming shears. How's everybody doing out there? Can you hear me? Do we have audio? Fantastic. Thank you, Frederick. We're sharpening curved dog grooming shears. See how they're curved? Two blades. So we've sharpened the outside of the blade. It's got a beveled edge on the outside of a blade. Now we're going to sharpen what's called the ride line or the hone line on the inside. I'm going to change out these abrasives. It's not brain surgery. Don't give me that much credit. It does take a little bit to learn and years of practice to get it right. So 146 people watching out there, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, please subscribe. Thank you very much, Speed Gang. So this is we got to sharpen the inside of this line here. Kind of got to just hone that inside line there. We use this little curved piece of pipe to do that. And try to keep from cutting myself. I still feel something at the tip. Feels good. There we go. All right, feels pretty good there. Oh, thank you, sir. Have a good night in Denmark. All right, I think we got it good. I think we're good with that. I'm gonna hit the buffing wheel one more time. How's everybody doing out there this evening? It's only a little after 4 here in Texas. So we're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. That's what we're doing this afternoon is a couple pairs of pet grooming shears, curved. So I test them on dry one-ply tissue paper, and they just cut wonderful. Then we want to see how they cut fur. How's that? Looks pretty good. Let's do some really fine fur. This is rabbit. How's that? All right, we got those done. Put a little rubber band on them so they don't open. All right, now we have some thinning shears to do. And how I like to test thinning shears is with a end wrap. That's not bad. Well, you see it's catching at the tip. Excuse me. So I can see some damage along, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's some damage right there along that hone line. Tell you what I didn't do. I didn't check the set on these. Well, still see the damage right there. Bullish, send me an email. Go to my website, sharpenright.com. Ask that same question, and then tomorrow morning I'll answer you. Looking good. I got most of the damage gone. Well, Mr. Bedazzle, it's going to be hard for you to sharpen her shears without the right equipment. Stones are not going to do it. But if you can sharpen knives and chisels real well, you understand the basics of an edge, and you can go to the next level. But you're going to need the right equipment and the right training, or you're just going to make your wife mad. I just want a little bit more on that tip, because I think that's where it was pulling hair. I get, I can always tell this what happens when a husband gets a hold of the stylist wife shears, because he has to bring them to me for me to repair. And that happens every couple of months. Some husband brings shears that I can tell he tried to sharpen like a knife or a chisel. And it takes me a lot of time and effort to get them fixed right. So I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you're having a good day wherever you're at. No, and she shouldn't either. All right, that looks pretty good. Check out my channel. I've got lots of tutorial videos. Now these are convex edge, so I'm going to have to convex them. All right, we're good. We're looking at the Hirito. Yeah, Wolf Industries. It's not cheap, but it's a good machine. And you can also send me an email and I'll give you my opinion of it. I've put together some information on people who want to learn how to do it, and I'll send it out to you. I'm more than happy to. You'll see my website here in a second. You can look on, if you subscribe to the channel, you can see my website is in the profile section. And you can email me through that site. I think my email is on there too. Probably be tomorrow morning before I get to it, but all right, I think it looks pretty good. Let's go back to the stones. I have not seen those stones, but I'm sure they're probably good if they're real Japanese water stones. Looks good. All right, looks nice. Let's do the last blade. And I got a couple pairs of Barber shears to do. We might as well do those while we got them here. This is one customer here. And I've got two other customers' stuff over here. Might as well get them done. Appreciate everybody watching, keeping me company this evening. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, buddy? All right, looks good. All right, let's hope they cut better now. Yeah, it's been really slow. Yesterday was slow. I only had a couple things. Then this afternoon, it got slammed. Everybody brought me a bunch of stuff to sharpen. And I got a couple of dog groomers dropping off tomorrow and a bunch of knives to do today and tomorrow. So I thought, I'm going to knock these out this afternoon. Waiting for somebody to drop off and waiting for somebody to pick up. It feels good. Doesn't cut good, though. Let's see. Still doesn't cut good. Well, yeah, it is. Not hanging. Not hanging up like it was before. Well, I have small hands, so once in a while I'll find, sometimes they'll put the ring guard or the ring holders or whatever you call it in there, spacers in there, then I have to take them off. This wasn't bad. Like I said, these are dog groomers. This is for a dog groomer. So we're going to do a barber shear next. So this is just an inexpensive pair of barber shears. You can see how they're kind of dirtied up. Let's see how they cut. Oh God. All right, I'll give you an idea. 1 ply tissue paper. Watch this. See how it doesn't cut? Look at that. It's cut sometimes it doesn't. So we're gonna fix them. Kind of messy. Now I didn't tell him how much I was charging him for these. He could have bought a new pair. Look at that. Wow. All right, let's see if we can clean them. They're just beveled edge. Well, we'll get them to cut good anyway. We're going to clean them up with the Scotch-Brite wheel and the Dremel. A school bus out in front. Hey, Dale. What's going on, buddy? All right, I'm going to make some noise. I know the Scotch-Brite pad's not going to get down in here. I don't know if I'm going to get this rust off or not. I don't think I am. That's the best I'm going to get those. These are going to be a quick sharpening. There's no ride lines on these. So I'm just going to cut a new bevel on it and see if they cut better. This one's 320. I have a 320 and a 240. Let's try the 240. All right, y'all hang on a second. Oh, shoot, everything fell down. Come on in, man. What you got?
I think I told you one sunlight and a couple. I think I know people right there.
Awesome. I'll have them tomorrow for you. Just text you when they're done.
Okay, that's fine.
Sound good? All right, brother. Take care. Barbecue guy, huh? All right. Let's try the 240. Hey, Dale, if you want some of these, you want to build some of these for yourself, I got some extras that I'm not going to use. I bought them for another project and it's not going to work out for me. Okay, that's work. See, this was working better. I glued them to the plate. This is the magnet. Magnets on the machine. I just glued them on there. I got a video out there where I did this. They're really good for cleaning up shears like this. I wanted it on the flat hone where I could if I go to a salon, I take these in my truck with me instead of having a separate machine to do it. So I built it. They were dirt cheap. It's come in handy. Somebody just dropped off a bunch of knives, so I'm gonna be busy the next 2 days. All right, we got them clean. You can see how much I use. I made these both at the same time. So I use this one more often than I do use this one. All right, like I said, there were no ride lines here. How much does it cost to fix them or how much to sharpen them? I charge $20 per pair for salon, barber, and pet grooming sharpening. If I have to replace any kind of parts or do any major stuff, I do charge more. Exactly, yeah. But they bring them to me. It's $20 when they bring them to me. I charge $35 per pair if I go to a salon. Well, Scotch Brite's wonderful. I do have a Tormek. Yeah, I started off with a Tormek. And when you email me, I'll tell you that story. I don't know if y'all can hear, but I got a dust collection system in here. Actually, I think you can find them even finer than 320. These are what's called beveled edge German style shears, barber shears. All right, he's going to cut good. This is a very simple pair of shears to sharpen. Light is your friend when you're sharpening, and feel is your friend too. I have lots of light all around me here. I got a light here. I got a light here. I got one here, one here, one here over here, and one above me, plus the shop lights. So I can see any kind of refraction, any damage on the shear fairly easily. And so that's why I tilted in the light. I'm sorry I keep getting out of camera range here, but that's why I keep doing this back and forth. I'm looking for imperfections in that blade. Oh yeah, you can see a lot. You can see a lot of damage. And I have multiple magnifying glasses. I look at stuff, but I've gotten pretty good at seeing it with the naked eye. I have a microscope. Rarely do I use it. Anytime, the only thing I use a microscope on when I'm sharpening is a straight razor. No, I sharpen serrated edges. I have multiple ways of doing it. It's not that complicated if you have the right tools. Dale, every time I've done the cuticle nippers, they don't cut as well as the factory ones. I don't have that edge. I don't have that down. So I don't even do the cuticle nippers. I get calls about that all the time. But Dale, one thing I guarantee you have down in Florida, same here in Texas, is snow cone machines. Snow cones and shaved ice. There's some money to be made there, buddy. And I'll call you and talk about that with you. All right, like I said, these are beveled edge. All I'm going to do is I'm going to run it across the. I'm not going to do work on it. I'm just going to kind of see if I can remove the micro burr. Since there's no ride lines, that's all I'm going to do. Yeah, I had turned down a lot of those shaved ice machines, but I think I figured out a way for us to sharpen them fast and make money at it, and the client happy. I'm going to there's no washer on this. Let's see if I can find a washer. Oh no! I just dropped that screw. That's not good. Well, that shut down this one. Yeah, you got to take them off. You got to take them off. Yeah, I am screwed. I am so screwed. I got to look under the bench now. Guys, I hope y'all have a great evening. I may be back. We'll see y'all later.